Okay, Kevin and Keith here, continuing with our series of Advantage Baccarat. Kevin out in Las Vegas. Kevin, we started yesterday with our banker player, which of course is the obvious statistic to watch. It's what everyone watches right off the bat. And we pointed out some things which maybe or maybe not you might have been aware of with strong side and some things. But then you mentioned, as we mentioned, there's other deeper statistics that we need to look at when you're considering learning how to become an advantage player. And of course, the most important one, or actually, it's probably not most important, but it's critical, I guess I could say, in conjunction with other things, is the opposite repeat count. So if you don't know what that is, we have a shoe here that you played. I think it was at the Durango yesterday on Stadium Baccarat, Kevin.
It was.
And it looked like it was favoring repeats. And you see this every once in a while where you get kind of in a spot where everything kind of goes heavy repeats. And, I'll let you talk about the shoe. It started off with about 7 bankers, I think, and then 2 players, and then 3 bankers. And I think you pulled a couple chips from it.
Yeah, it actually went to 4 bankers.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Sure.
The repeat function or the repeat scenario is a real thing, just like opposites are. Over a long period of time, you're going to get about 50-50. However, we're not talking about a long period of time. We're talking about the shoe you're in.
Right.
And this particular shoe was repeat heavy.
Yes, it was. I think it was 8-3. So for those who don't know what a repeat is, well, if banker wins and then banker wins again, that's a repeat. If it wins again, then that's another repeat. As soon as it goes to the other side, that's an opposite. And if that side wins again, as it did in this, then that's a repeat. Then it went to the other side, as you can see on banker. So then that's an opposite. That's what the opposite repeat count is. And this is, of course, one of the easiest scenarios to see. There's other things that we'll talk about with opposites and repeats as we get more into the series. But, when you see this, you want to jump on it. Now, Kevin, I think the mistake that a lot of players make, and I know you're just a wonderful advocate of this, is look, let's get 2 chips, 3 chips out of this scenario. Would you agree with that? I don't know how many you want on in that situation there.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
Okay,
so after the 4th repeat on banker, I bet banker and won. I bet banker and won.
Right.
This is repeats. I bet banker and won.
Right.
Okay.
So now you're +3.
I bet banker and lost.
Okay.
But I bet repeat on the player.
So
I
won.
Okay. So that's like a wash. Okay.
Okay, that was
then
a wash.
I bet repeat on the player again, and I lost.
Okay.
Because it switched the bank. So I bet repeat on the bank.
Right.
And I won. I bet repeat on the bank.
Right.
So you can add that up, but I think it adds up to about +5. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
But what I'm saying is that at +5, I said, you know what? This is the beginning of the shoe.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to just exit right now.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to,
Yeah, you can't. This one of the things is like you find a bias and you capitalize on it, and you got to stop thinking of this mentality when you're doing opposites and repeats and strong player, strong banker, of trying to make 30 units in a shoe. You're better off going a little bit bigger units. +5 is great for a shoe. You've won 5 more hands if you're flat betting, and I know you were. Pardon me. You won 5 more. So that's the concept of repeats. Look for those segments, and they do tend to cluster. Sometimes they don't, which we'll get into, where that's more of a strong side scenario like we talked about with banker and player and how they set up. We'll get into that. But this is a great way to capitalize on a great game where you see kind of clustered repeats. Go ahead and give it a shot. And, if you get +4, +5, you won the game. Get out. Look for another opportunity. So the next series we're going to talk about, or the next segment that we're going to talk about this, is opposites and how to capitalize on opposites. So stay tuned. This is how to become an advantaged Baccarat player with Kevin and Keith. Kevin, thank you very much.
You're welcome.